Right, in this section of the lecture, we're going to be looking at evaluating websites' performance. So now I'm going to do this. We're going to do this in the workshop. It's quite a practical exercise, but I just wanted to quickly go through it in the lecture to let you know, get you thinking about how it's going to work. Right. So when we evaluate websites, want you to think about the AIDIA model, right? Attention, interest, desire, action. So I've got an example here of cataract on Patterson. Now, I'm just going to bring up my thing here. If we look at, this is the Australian Government business.gov.au website, which is really good. I mean, I reckon if I do a bit of consulting work and I use resources from here, I think it's pretty good. And they've got digital case studies on there. And sure enough, one of those digital case studies through all out of Australia happens to be a wonderful business right here in Launceston, Tasmania. So if we click on that one, it's got a video about what they did with digital marketing, how it worked. Now I want you to think about their website now and about evaluate. So you might look at it and go, oh, it's pretty and yada yada. But I want you to think about it from a digital marketing perspective and evaluate it. Now I'm going to pull up my lecture slides again, if it works. Yeah, good. So what I want you to do is analyze the website using each dimension of the three objectives. Remember, we want to think about generating traffic, driving conversions, and maximizing revenue. Now, for generating, for these three objectives, we can also use, I'm bringing up this AIDIA model as well, about attention, interest, desire, and action. So we've got a few things to work on when we analyze this. So I know it's a bit, I'm dumping a lot of theory on you at the moment. So we've got the AIDIA model which we want to use, and we've got these three objectives. So let's think about the first one, generating traffic. So if I'll tab across it. Do you think that this website would generate a lot of traffic? And if so, why would that be? Like, what is it about this website that makes people want to go there? You can look at the domain. Remember we talked about domain at the beginning of this lecture, of this week's lecture, about how important they are. So this domain is actually pretty good, cataract on Patterson. So it relates to the branding of the business, right? So it seems to be attractive. It's pretty responsive. I know I'm recording at the moment, but if I hit that button, it's a lot faster when I'm not recording because my graphics card can't handle doing everything at the same time. But basically, it's a fairly responsive website. So what was the other thing? Oops, hang on. So the first one was generating traffic. Do you think there's going to be a lot of traffic going to this website? Now, when you get there, will this website drive conversions? Now, if you're a website, or if you're managing a website for a restaurant, your conversion metric probably isn't going to be purchasing online. Like, what are you going to purchase, right? It's not like you're purchasing, like a steak online. Oh, this is crazy. So there might actually, so you've got gift vouchers, so that might be a secondary metric. But the key conversion metric for them would be bookings or lead generation, where you call them up and go, hello, can I make a booking? I've looked at your website, blah, blah, blah. And to be honest, like, how many of you as consumers, like as customers, if you're going to go for dinner, a lot of us would check out the website before we go there anyway, before we call up, or we'd book online. So we click on the reservation. Now that takes us to a separate website. So where we put in, so it's got the logo there, which is still good, about what we're going to book. And so this is we talked about affiliate stuff. So the Cataract on Patterson sent us to this one, which is an affiliate part where they manage the booking side of that, and then they'll send the data back to Cataract to let them know that these people have booked. All right. So let's go back now to the lecture slides. So driving conversions. Is this website driving conversions? And then second of all, what about maximizing revenue? So I want you to use what we've gone through with the lecture so far to think about do that. And then identify specific areas for improvement. So for example, does this website have a clear call to action? And does the website generate so we talked about, I'm going to go to the next slide here. sorry, just to set the context, we talk about attention, interest, desire, action. So is this website getting our attention? Is it generating interest? Is it making us desire to actually make a booking and then facilitating the action? So really what we want, I think the attention's working quite well. The interest looks interesting, but is it stimulating desire for us to book it? Like, is the focus of the website to send us to that call to action? Now remember, the primary purpose of this website, technically, whether they know it or not, should be to make a reservation. Yeah? That's the primary metric conversion for this type of website. Now, does everything in this website drive to make a reservation? And if it doesn't, if there's other things that are cluttering that experience or detracting from that, that might be, limiting their ability to maximize revenue. So think about it. This is at the beginning of the unit, right? I'm getting you to think about your final assignment is basically evaluating websites, doing a digital marketing audit and their social media, and you have to do this for your final assignment. So I don't expect you to be experts at it yet, but by the end of 13 weeks, I do expect you to be good at this, right? So I'm asking you these questions now. We've already covered a section of content that's given you the basics for it. So what recommendations would you make to improve this website? I'm not saying it's a bad website at all. I only picked this website because it was on a case study from business.gov.au. All right, so we've done that. Now I'm going to pause it there, and the next section we're going to be looking at how to make a website.